Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday to you guys. Jessica Milo coming to you live from Grand Junction, Colorado. Welcome to the Fill Your Cup Challenge. We're going to be doing a 4-day Fill Your Cup Challenge. Now, what is this? I've been asked by several different people, Jess, why are you doing something like this? Well, just to give you a little bit about me, in case you don't know me personally, I am a mom of 3. The oldest is out of the house. He's 22 and he has his own family. Super blessed to have him in my life. But I have 2 kiddos at home, 15 and 3, and my husband, of course. And so my life is kind of crazy. So as you guys are joining in, go ahead and say where you're coming in from. Good morning, Sonia. Thank you so much for joining. I want this to be just a little bit of an interactive, welcoming forum this morning. But just like I said, just to introduce myself, I've got 2 kiddos at home, teens and toddlers. That's what I get to deal with and be blessed with, I should say, more than deal with. But sometimes I feel like I'm dealing with it. So that's why I wanted to bring this challenge to you guys, because it really is more of finding the blessings rather than focusing on the negative. So the verse that really inspired this morning was Psalm 23:5. My cup overflows with blessings. And it truthfully is so true. But sometimes us as moms, we can be going from, 5 o'clock in the morning, that's when I wake up in the morning, until 9 o'clock at night. I'm the last one to sit down on the couch. And today I want to talk about relationships. So as we're coming together, please join. Thank you guys for joining us. Terry, Dawn, and Amber, go ahead and just say hello. Tell us where you guys are joining in from. But I'm going to go ahead and get started. Relationships. Like I said, starting in from 5 o'clock in the morning till 9 o'clock at night. And what really inspired this for me was sitting down finally at the end of the day, thinking I could sit and relax. And my husband, hey babe, really? I've been going all day long. And unfortunately, the person that I want to fill the most was getting the least amount of attention. So anybody that can relate to that, please drop in the comments. I would love to interact with you and share this with you, because I know that I'm not the only one feeling this. Sometimes my daughter can be pulling from me. My son wants to go do this and go do that, and it's just so many different areas. And so the challenge today I wanted to bring to you guys is a social media fast. And so what really inspired this is I'm building my business. I noticed I personally have been on the phone, been on social media quite a bit since I'm building online. And what I'm doing now is I'm taking my phone, all electronics, as soon as everybody walks in from the house, coming in for dinner. At the end of the days, we have a little basket sitting next to on the counter. I don't even know where it's at, but it's on the counter. And we all drop our phones in there, so then that way we can all be present with one another. And it's super important to do that, because with the world of technology, how many of us are guilty of being on our phones, all the time? I mean, you can go to a restaurant. I'm not guilty of this anymore because I'm very much aware. But being at a restaurant and you have your phone even on the table, even if it's sitting there, it's there, whether you have it on or not, or turned over. The power of its presence is interrupting the time that you have right between the person sitting right in front of you. So I encourage you to do a social media fast. Now, no, this doesn't mean, fasting from it all day if you work from your phone or work, through social media, whatever have you. But just take a couple hours each day and see what that does for the interactions with the relationships you have at home. See how that improves your relationships with your kids, improves the relationship with your spouse, just taking that small bit of time away from your phone or your device. The other challenge that I have for you today is to really take time with each one of your kids. If you have one child, then this may be easy, but sometimes if you have 2 or 3 or more, you may feel like you're pulled in, several different directions, and you feel like you're not giving the attention to each child that you want to. So having those little date days with your kids, those are important. Going to the park, just you and one of your children. Doing a little painting adventure, or going to a movie, just one-on-one, and having that one-on-one time with them is so important, because that's when they really open up to you. The other challenge is with your spouse. So if you're not committed to a date day every week, I highly encourage it every other week and really setting the time aside. So on our schedule, we have it scheduled every other week. We have a sitter planned, and that is what is really important, and especially just helps you grow, because Lord knows after those kids are gone, if you don't have that relationship with you and your spouse, you know, I have several friends that are going to be empty nesters in the next several months, and I feel for them, and I want to pour my heart out to them and just say, you know, the end is not here. It's a new beginning, right? And if you make that time to really maybe just start dating again and getting to know one another again, because as you've raised your children, you know, most likely things have changed. But with that being said, I just wanted to thank you guys so much for joining today. I don't want to take too much of your time, but I do want to focus on one little thing. And the other big thing is that when we rely on God, He is faithful to us and He gives us strength. So if you feel like you're alone and you're being torn in 25 different directions and you're like, how am I going to even set aside time to go have a date day or go have a date night with my husband? You're never going to find the time. My highest suggestion to you is to create the time, make the time, and schedule everything else around it. So God bless you guys. Thank you so much for joining me this morning, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be on at 12:30 Mountain Central Time, and we will be talking about work and finances and putting a challenge in there. And I'm really excited about this one, you guys. It's going to be fantastic. So I hope you guys have a blessed, awesome Monday, and I'll talk to you soon.